By every measure, Noah Scurry looked like a teenager headed in the right direction. He stood out in the classroom, earned the highest SAT score at his high school, and led on the basketball court as a team captain. But on a cold January morning in Philadelphia, that future came to a sudden stop. As Noah walked outside with his mother to head to school, gunfire erupted before they could even leave. Investigators would later describe the attack as targeted. His mother watched in horror as her 17-year-old son collapsed just steps from home. Within minutes, a normal school morning became the kind of tragedy that would leave an entire community searching for answers. Philadelphia has spent years battling gun violence, with far too many young lives caught in the middle. Every shooting leaves another family grieving, another neighborhood shaken, and another group of classmates wondering why. This time, the name everyone would remember was Noah Scurry. To the people who knew him at school, Noah wasn't known for causing problems. Friends described him as easygoing, respectful, and someone who brought positive energy wherever he went. On the basketball court, he had earned the trust of his teammates and the respect of his coaches. In the classroom, he separated himself even further, scoring higher on the SAT than anyone else in his graduating class. Everything about his public image pointed toward success. But like many teenagers, there were parts of his life that didn't always overlap. Away from school, Noah had started appearing in Philadelphia's drill rap scene. Videos shared online showed him performing with others, embracing an image very different from the one his teachers and classmates saw each day. Investigators would later review social media activity as they worked to understand every possible lead. Friends, classmates, and the wider community were left trying to make sense of how someone with so much potential had become the victim of such a calculated attack. And this wasn't the first time violence had entered Noah's life. Nearly 2 years earlier, he survived another shooting that left a bystander dead in an unsolved case. He made it through that incident, returned to school, and kept moving forward. No one could have imagined that another encounter with gun violence would end so differently. As Noah's senior year continued, he was balancing two very different worlds. During the day, he was preparing for graduation, leading his basketball team. Online, though, another side of his life was becoming more visible through Philadelphia's drill rap scene. In the days leading up to the shooting, Noah appeared in a music video that quickly began circulating online. The video included lyrics aimed at rivals, something that wasn't unusual in the drill scene. After Noah's death, that video drew widespread attention, and many people wondered if it had anything to do with what happened. Investigators reviewed his online activity as part of the case, but they did not publicly identify it as the motive for the killing. The morning of January 14th, 2025, started like any other school day. Around 7 a.m., Noah walked outside his home on Rohrer Street, carrying his backpack, while his mother prepared to drive him to Samuel Fels High School. Then everything changed. Before Noah could get into the car, gunfire exploded through the alley. Investigators later recovered dozens of shell casings from the scene, showing just how quickly the attack unfolded. Police believe the shooters knew exactly when Noah would be leaving the house. His mother was only a few feet away. In a matter of seconds, Noah was struck multiple times and collapsed beside the vehicle. The people responsible didn't stay behind. They sped away almost immediately, leaving neighbors startled by the sound of rapid gunfire and a mother desperately trying to save her son. Emergency crews rushed Noah to Jefferson Einstein Hospital, but despite every effort, he was pronounced dead a short time later. News of the shooting spread across the city within hours.
teenager was shot and killed steps from his home. This is the 5000 block of Rohrer Street, about 8 this morning. And we're learning the 17-year-old was on his way to school. All after-school sports and activities have been canceled tonight at Samuel Fels High School, where the student was a senior. The teenager was with his mother at the time. And Kelly, what else are you learning from this tragedy?
Well, Jason, police and school officials are identifying the 17-year-old tonight as Noah Scurry. He's described here at the high school as a great student and athlete. His family understandably was not ready to talk today. Police say they do believe he was targeted, but have not said why.
I just saw him yesterday too. It's crazy to think about.
Sophomore Muhammad Al-Faqi leaves a solemn day of school at Samuel Fels High School. All after-school activities canceled today and men's basketball games canceled this week due to the killing of a teammate and senior, identified by police and district officials as 17-year-old Noah Scurry.
It's a horrible day. This is something that no one imagined. The student, according to police, was getting in the car on his way to school behind his house with his mom. So this is something that is quite unimaginable.
Police say it all happened in an alleyway behind Rohrer Street, just off Roosevelt Boulevard, around 7 this morning. At least 20 shots fired in what they believe was a targeted attack. There was a backpack left in the middle of the crime scene, surrounded by shell casings, and tires of nearby parked cars blown out. A letter sent home to parents from the school principal said Scurry scored the highest among the Fels community on the SAT tests.
The student who was killed was exceptional. No problems from him whatsoever, according to the principal and other staff members. As you might imagine, they are distraught.
Scurry's mom surrounded by loved ones today, including the basketball coach and other staff from the high school. Grief counselors were also on site and will be as needed, according to district officials. Students say they could feel the impact all day.
When you saw him around, you knew he brought good energy to everybody.
Whenever he entered a room, the room always lit. It was always a smile on somebody's face when they were around them. He had a whole future ahead of him, too. It's scary to think about.
Now, again, police say this is an active and ongoing investigation. The district saying tonight they are committed to working with police, elected officials, and others on the urgent need to tackle gun violence in the city. Jason.
Kelly Rule, thank you very much.
Breaking details on the homicide investigation of 17-year-old Noah Scurry. He's the star student athlete gunned down outside his home in front of his mother while getting ready to head to Samuel Fels High School. And that's where our Kelly Rule is live for us tonight. Kelly, what are you learning?
Well, Sheba, police say they are looking for at least 2 people for this homicide, possibly a third, and they believe they do have the vehicle that was used in the crime. But tonight, law enforcement sources are telling me they believe Noah Scurry appeared in a rap video with guns that was posted to social media the day before he was killed. New tonight, law enforcement sources confirm there was a rap video uploaded to social media the day before 17-year-old Noah Scurry was shot to death behind his home in front of his mother, who was getting ready to take him to Samuel Fels High School. A screenshot of the video shows a man in a Joker mask, at times appearing to hold a gun. Sources tell Fox 29 they believe that to be Scurry. In the video, he dances along other individuals who are also holding and showing off guns throughout it. Skyfox overhead the Philadelphia police impound lot yesterday. Police confirmed this white Jeep Cherokee is believed to be the car used in Scurry's murder, which happened around 7 a.m. Tuesday in an alleyway behind Rohrer Street. Police say at least 2 shooters got out of the vehicle, with the driver possibly staying inside. Fox 29 is also learning from sources that Scurry was a victim in a previous shooting back in May 2023 on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street. Our camera there as police investigated. In that shooting, a man in his 60s was killed. Hours after Scurry's death on Tuesday outside Samuel Fels High School, a spokesperson for the school district of Philadelphia, in touch with the school principal and Scurry's devastated basketball coach, says he was a star athlete and recently scored the highest on the SATs in the school community.
The student who was killed was exceptional. As far as the school is concerned, there had not been any issues between this person who was killed and any other student. They don't know of anything going on in the community as well.
Now, as we reported, all men's basketball games here at Fels were canceled for the week. We are told there will be a vigil for Scurry tomorrow as police continue to investigate. Of course, they're asking anybody with information to give them a call. You can also submit a tip anonymously by calling or texting 215-686-TIPS. Jason.
All right, Kelly Rule there. Thank you very much, Kelly.
Back at Samuel Fels High School, students arrived expecting another ordinary Tuesday. Instead, they were met with devastating news that one of their classmates, one of the school's brightest students, would never walk through those doors again. Classes continued, but the atmosphere had completely changed. Basketball activities were canceled. Grief counselors were brought in to support students and staff. Teachers struggled to process the loss, while teammates found themselves trying to understand how someone they had seen just days earlier was suddenly gone. For Noah's family, the questions were only beginning. For detectives, the race to identify the people behind the ambush had already begun. By the time detectives finished processing the scene, one thing was already clear. This wasn't a random act of violence. Investigators believed Noah had been deliberately targeted, but they still needed to answer the biggest question of all. Why? Evidence covered the alley. Shell casings marked the path of the attack, and Noah's backpack remained at the scene. A painful reminder that he had simply been trying to get to school. Surveillance cameras from nearby homes quickly became a major focus. One video captured the moments immediately after the shooting, showing what investigators believed was a white Jeep Grand Cherokee speeding away from the area. That lead didn't take long to develop. Police located a white Jeep, matching the description in northeast Philadelphia, and had it towed to an impound lot for forensic examination. Detectives worked to determine who had been inside the vehicle and whether it could be directly connected to the shooting. At the same time, they began reviewing Noah's recent activities, including his social media accounts and videos posted online, looking for anything that could explain why someone would carry out such a calculated attack. Investigators also revisited the 2023 shooting that Noah had survived. While authorities examined every possible connection, they did not publicly confirm whether the two incidents were related. As the investigation continued, officials released very little information, hoping public tips and forensic evidence would move the case forward. In the weeks that followed, detectives continued gathering evidence and interviewing witnesses. Authorities asked anyone with information to come forward, but they did not publicly announce a motive for the shooting. As of the latest public reporting, the investigation remains active, and those responsible have not been convicted in court. For the students at Samuel Fels High School, Noah became more than another name in a headline. He was the teammate who encouraged others, the classmate who excelled in the classroom, and the young man many believed had a future filled with opportunity. His story also serves as a reminder that a person's life can be far more complicated than what people see on the surface. Noah was remembered for his achievements, yet investigators also examined the online world that had become part of his life. The full story of what led to that January morning may still be unfolding, but one fact has never changed. A 17-year-old left home expecting another day at school. He never made it to class. His family is still waiting for answers. His friends are left with memories instead of milestones. And until the people responsible are identified and brought before a court, one question will continue to echo through the community. Who decided that Noah Scurry would never get the chance to grow into the future everyone believed he had? If you enjoyed this documentary and want to see more carefully researched, true crime stories told with facts at the center, be sure to subscribe to Fable of Crime and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next case. If you have thoughts about this case, share them respectfully in the comments. We ask everyone to remember that real families continue to live with the pain behind these stories. Thank you for watching Fable of Crime. Stay safe, look out for one another, and we'll see you in the next story.